your every move.
Sounds a little paranoid.
But if you don't have your privacy properly set on your phone, then you actually are opening yourself up to just that.
Scott Driscoll runs Internet Safety Concepts and is here to show us what we need to do to put as many blocks up as possible. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being with us.
Glad to be here.
So we're talking about, get those prompts that say, turn on location services to make this app work better or something. That's what you're talking about, where we could be getting into dangerous territory depending on which app you're using.
Absolutely. If we don't know what the app is looking for when it comes to location services, it could be giving our longitude and latitude every time we use it.
To who?
So to anybody that follows us, anybody that starts to get into our world. So if we don't have our privacy settings set, we let strangers into our world and we have location services running, they can find out exactly where we are through our check-ins, through pictures we share. Our smartphones want to use location services on our cameras. That's one of the first settings it comes with. And when we take a picture, it attaches longitude and latitude to our pictures. And it's been around for a long time. We just don't realize how much danger it can put us into. Is it positive? There's some positive applications like Find My Phone, Find My Child. There's apps that we can track our children with. That could be a very beneficial tool. But on social media, do we have to let everyone know where we are every step of the way? No,
and I'm one of those people, I'm just like, I don't care if they know where I am, But why should I care? Why should I be?
Well, it depends. For me, I've got young kids. And if I check in that I'm at a New England Patriots game, I'm 2.5 hours away from my family. Something goes wrong with my kids, someone happens, someone might know I'm away from my family. That could be a safety issue.
Right.
Well,
our children checking in every step of the way, it's planting a seed where we are.
Okay.
So you mentioned specifically with the apps with your children, Musical.ly is huge with the young ones, Instagram, all this, that we should not be turning on location services for those.
In my opinion, you shouldn't, because Musical.ly, for example, you can search for music videos locally. And that's a lot of private information with strangers. If we don't have our settings set to private and we're using location services, complete strangers nearby can see what we're doing on it, and that's a dangerous game.
It's pretty scary.
And you see the little girls doing their Musical.lys, and then someone who wants to find children or whatever could be able to find them.
Either find them, or there are people that are watching our children that just shouldn't be watching our children.
Right, and we think we live in a perfect world where things are just going to be nice, but that's not always the case.
And what I'm also talking about with our check-ins, there's no reason why we can't tell people we had a good time yesterday. Update a picture, this is where we were yesterday, we're having more security over it. When we're telling everybody where we are every step of the way, there could be a risk to it.
One of the biggest arguments I had with Paul, every time we'd go out to dinner, he's like, I have to check us in. I'm like, don't check us in, because then people are going to know we're not at home, and then they're going to go rob the house. He's like, blah, blah, blah.
Right. No, so did you really, ideally, everyone's so instant and the whole FOMO thing, but if you could, just wait until you're home or wait till the next day, then post, and you can feel safer.
We can share our good times with our friends and let them know what we're doing and enjoy this technology for the fun. It just doesn't have to be immediate. There's no reason we can't do it the next day, and I was here. I mean, there was studies that home burglars were using social media or our check-ins to find out when our home was open. We just can't let them happen.
Right.
Can't let it happen that way.
So you've got, what about Android location services? Is that any different than Apple?
On certain phones, it's an all or nothing. What I do like about the Apple products is you can go through privacy and location services and turn on individual apps. Some other smartphones, it's an all or nothing. GPS is running and location services is on, or it's off. There's pros and cons.
And you do need location if you're going to use your GPS, right?
Absolutely. I get lost everywhere. I love GPS. It's a great tool.
I got to ask you a question, because you guys were both talking about losing your phones, and you say you have an app that says Find My Phone.
Yes.
How does that work?
So
it uses location services.
But you don't have your phone. How are you supposed to find it?
You can go to
log on a computer.
Yep.
Oh, you have to go to a computer.
iCloud.com. I can say, okay, locate my phone. It'll either send an audio beep. If it's in my house, I can find it that way.
But it has to be from a computer.
Yes.
Or,
another device.
If you want to find your iPad, you use your phone. You want to find your phone, you use your iPad.
But I can't borrow your phone to find my phone.
Well, you could if you log in with your iCloud account.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So there are ways, and that's a good way technology works. That's a positive aspect.
We probably do that several times a week in my house. I get tired of looking at my phone. I just say, I'll tell my daughter, go find mommy's phone, and she puts it on her device, and it starts beeping.
And you hear the beep, and it's great. It's a great tool for us.
Yeah.
Incredible. And what age do you think is what is an appropriate age to give a kid a cell phone?
That's a really good. It's all about the maturity and the family dynamics. I have seen kids as low as 3rd grade having smartphones with unlimited data plan. In my opinion, that's way too long. Great kids, but they don't understand with this impulsivity of having the world at their palm of their hand. They can lose control.
The world.
Yes.
Right.
So it's a maturity aspect. I think what families have to do is communicate, talk to their kids about what their concerns are, and then as a family, you can issue a smartphone. But there's a lot of safety features in the phone that parents don't set. It's just, here's the phone, go at it. There's some things that we can do to get control. Parents have to understand what the devices they're giving their child, and is that child ready for it.
And the same thing if you're using maybe not a cell phone, but just an iTouch or an iPad, go in there and disable the location services if it's something your child's using a lot.
Absolutely. I think so.
Okay.
All right. There's so much more to know about internet safety. Head to internetsafetyconcepts.com for more tips and advice from Scott and his team.
Scott speaks to schools and parent groups, so reach out to him if you are interested.